on the pocketing of these the players of today.
It's nice doing some commentary here with you, Bud, because it's been a while. The last time I did it was when we were in New York when I was living there.
Yeah, I miss
Yeah.
having you in New York, Tony.
Yeah, but I miss being in New York, believe me. I actually told Gail I considered joining the Straightpool League at Amsterdam and flying in like every 1 or 2 months and playing like 7 or 8 matches. Stay there for a week,
If you did that, I would love to have you stay at my apartment,
Yeah.
which has a pool table, and
Nice.
I'll rejoin the league.
That'd be awesome. So over here, he got a little funny here. I think he has no choice but to shoot the 7 ball. But I think he needs to get rid of that 15 ball soon. Does the 6 go? Is that why he's thinking of taking the 14? Or maybe the 7? Well, I mean, it's a little steep, but, I mean.
No, I like the 7 tee. I would never shoot the 14. It doesn't lead to anything.
That's what I'm saying. The 4, it makes no sense. Even if the 6 went, you can't really move the cue ball much from that spot.
I mean, I'd rather go 2 rails out of the corner with the 7, but, low outside.
He just probably doesn't feel comfortable for whatever reason with inside spin on the 7, because or he's not comfortable that he might end up with a shot.
Outside English on the 7 still gets you better position. He
No,
has
I meant going
lots of
into the 1 and the 8, which he doesn't have to do now. But, maybe he was thinking about that, and he said, well, it's probably, I don't have a Geico, so, I'm not going to.
Or an Allstate or a Progressive.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, I'm surprised by that shot. But he's going to play the 14, then the 2, and then the 15, and maybe going with him off the 7.
Yeah, I mean, I think he needs to get rid of that 15 soon, because that 15 is impeding the 2 ball. And that's what he's probably going to do now. He has to be careful, because if he comes off the 8 ball and then the 2 and the 13, the cue ball could escape. So he has to be careful with it, right? There you go. It went there a bit, right? It hit the 8, the 12, the 13, but it didn't hit it thin enough to escape, right?
Yeah, I like the way he played that.
So what would you do here for a key ball?
I like maybe leaving the 6 to the 2, or playing the 7 ball as my break shot.
Yeah.
Using the 1 ball, maybe. I know that's on the wrong side of what we'd prefer. He's going to make things a lot better.
Yeah,
So that just made the 4 balls break shot, right?
Yeah, I think it's a little bit on the low side. He kind of made like a little smirk, so I don't think he's 100% happy with it. But, I do like the position he put it in for possibly using it as a key ball, because if he shot the 6 in the side and then the 2 ball and then use the 5 to go for the 12 and then come down for the 7-1 and then use the 6, I mean, what is that, the 13? Yeah, the 13 is a key ball for the 4. That's a possible pattern right there.
Right.
With minimal cue ball movement, you're not going up or down or anything like that. But, that's just one.
Yeah. Let's talk patterns here since we got a little time. I like the 6, 2, 5, 1, 7, 12. 13 is a key ball for the 4 ball if you were to use the 4 ball.
That's a great pattern too. Absolutely. And that's what's so beautiful about this game, because, some players, but look, he's doing the complete opposite. He's going to shoot the 4 instead.
He's planning on developing the 5 and just didn't get there. That was a good possibility, but
it wasn't bad because, he couldn't get stuck. He had 2 Geicos there with the 13 and the 6, right?
Yeah.
But the 7 seems like the best candidate right now.
And playing the 1 to get to the 7, you think?
I think is he going to shoot the 1 now? I mean, it wouldn't make sense to get rid of the 5 and the 12 and then have to come back to the side of the table for the 1 ball. He sees a 1 ball now, right?
Yeah. He's doing something a little different. I wouldn't be surprised if he doesn't use the 6 as his key ball to get on this 2. I know it's a little rough, but I would play the 6 and the 2 in the same pocket and use the corner instead of the side for the 6.
Well, maybe that's what he wants to do. He wants to leave the 6 for the side, but I love shooting the 2 ball in the low right-hand corner pocket for that, because then all I have to do is shoot a stop shot on the 6 as opposed to trying to get straight on the 2. Now, the good thing about shooting the 2 ball in the upper right-hand corner pocket is that you do have an option where if you get straight, you stun follow forward, or if you
Got the
have an
side pocket break
angle.
shot in the sixth
Yeah.
too. You got a
Mhm.
couple other options. All right, guys. My entertainment value is about to leave. You guys are going to be graced with the amazing Danny Baruti, Billiard Hall of Famer. So I'm stepping out. I'll talk to you guys soon. Hope you guys have a good time.
Thank you, Michael.
Thanks, sir.
So we have Mr. Danny Baruti here
Hey,
in the room now.
Tony.
How's it going, bud?
All right.
I'm so thrilled to have you here.
Good to be here, Tony. Tony and I go back about 40 years in New York.
Look at
Tony
that shot.
started playing when he was a kid. That was great. I want to raise the issue of how these guys are all hitting the ball. They're all hitting very softly. They're actually they're actually kind of teaching a whole generation of players not to hit the ball hard, except for the break shot.
Uh-oh. He's not going to like this.
Wow.
But see there, I think the only chance he had to avoid that scratch is to hit it hard because the keyboard would have bent
Yeah.
a little bit before it reached the pocket, you know?
That's kind of still a bad roll. You don't expect to get that momentum towards the pocket like that.
Yeah, not from that
at
angle.
At that speed, too. What do you like here? You like the 9?
I love the 9. But I think I would shoot the 7 first to stop the cue ball there. What about you?
Yeah. Got to agree with you.
You know, the thing about the 9 is if you come off the rail and run into those balls and you hit the left side of the 2 and the 15,
Bad things can happen.
bad things can happen. You know, you want to hit the other side if possible to at least have the 3 worst case scenario, right?
Yeah. 14 might be dead also.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm surprised you didn't look at it, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
I guess he did.
Well, anyway, I was expecting to jump in at 6 o'clock, and lo and behold.
Same thing with me. That's why I wasn't here for the beginning of it, because they told me the match was at 6, and then they started it at 5:40 or something like that. So better for me. I didn't eat my French fries.
I took care of him while you weren't looking.
There you go.
That's
Thank
why
you.
I came late.
So let's see where the cue ball hits over here in the rack.
You want to hit that 2 full, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, there
Yeah.
it goes.
And you know, like if you end up with a shot, okay, you got to consider yourself fortunate, right? But it's not ideal.
That's right.
Not ideal.
It is at 14. You'll be looking at it now.
Yeah, because they're frozen, right? They're frozen.
There might
There's a
be a
good
gap
chance.
between there a little bit. If anything, it's throwing the right way.
Yeah, it looks like if he decides to take the 5, because I think if the 14 doesn't go, I think the 5 is the only shot he has. He has to determine how much of the 15 he's going to hit in order to figure out what speed to hit it with. You know, if he's hitting it on the thick side, I like to favor hitting it with a little bit of inside to come back out that way, and not, you know, you don't want to go underneath the 12 and freeze to it if you hit it too soft either, right?
Yeah.
But, you know, sometimes you shoot the shot, you hit it full, and it slows down the cue ball, and it ends up trickling behind the ball, right? Okay, yeah, so he hit the top side complete, so he was never in any danger.
Yeah, he made sure he killed the cue ball with the 15. Well, my guess is that the 14 doesn't go.
Yeah, I think he would have shot it already.
Yeah.
See, this is what I was talking to Dawn about earlier, Dan.
Yeah.
And you know this. Over here, if I shot the 15 and played position for the 10 and went to the 14, if I hit the left side of the 14, cue was going to come off the 14 to 2 and go towards the 6 and the 10, and then I play position for the 8 ball.
Yeah, you get a lot of action. And you might set up the 6 for the break.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's a good play.
But we're about to find out what he's thinking. Because I would be surprised if he's thinking of hitting one rail and coming and hitting them. Guess that's what he thought of. Same exact thing, right?
Yep. Great minds think alike, Tony.
Yeah, well, well, if you hit that 14 thin enough and run into the 2, that 14 might go out on the other side too for a possible break shot. The thing is that you got to hope that you hit that.
Exactly right.
Exactly, because you don't want the cue ball to trickle past the 1 and now you have to shoot him. I mean, he's not going to end up with a... Either way, he's going to end up with a shot in the side pocket.
It's going to be a very playable position.
Yeah, I think that's what he's looking at. So that was a very fast 42. He ran him in less than... Probably ran him in like, I don't know, 15 minutes, 12 minutes.
Yeah, it must have been fast.
I'm wondering what he's thinking here. Yep, he's going to take the 10.
Interesting.
Now let's see what side of the 14 he hits. Oh, he missed it. He missed it. I did not expect that at all.
It looks like he overhit it too.
Yeah. Yeah, he didn't have to hit it that hard.
Yeah.
So he made 4. And Josh is back up.
Most of them, these guys don't miss too much. I mean, not just these 2 guys, but the rest of the top competitors. They tend to hit the ball softly, and a lot of their misses come from hitting the balls too hard. It looks like that was, well, I guess he mishit that. He mishit it in general. But it was he had a little speed on that too.
Yeah. Wonder if he did that to get that 2 ball out of there for a break shot.
Probably.
He is left-handed, though. You would want it on that side anyway, right? Oh, he missed it. That's why he's disgusted with himself.
Interesting. He has to get rid of that 10 ball anyway. The 6 does the 2 go past the 8? Does it go in that pocket, rather?
Yeah, you see what you're saying with to use the 6 to get there, right?
Yeah.
Is that what you're saying? Yeah.
And he has to clear the 10 out anyway, so this could be a happy accident that he has to play that 10.
Maybe he might even try to take out the 2. I think that's what he tried to do. He tried to take out shoot the 1 to the 2.
Yeah.
But I don't think the 2 goes here. I think if it went there, he wouldn't be look disappointed is what I meant. I can't tell if the 14 is too low to use as a break shot.
Or if you could shoot the 4 on the side. And use the 4 maybe up the corner for the key ball. For the 12.
So you're talking about eventually using the 14 to get to the 4 and then the 12?
Yeah.
Or even the 8, right? The 8 would be a good candidate to get you.
Yeah.
So then
Probably
all he
better.
has to do is figure out how to get rid of that 2 ball from there. And over here, I would not go into these with a lot of speed at all.
Nope. And it looks like he's going in. Nice shot.
That's it.
Yeah.
So if he has to, this is a point in the rack where it's important for you to make a decision as to what's going to be a break shot, right, Dan?
I agree. You have to be precise here. There's no generalities.
So you think he's going to try to make the 14 a better break shot by going 2 rails?
Yeah.
Yeah, but he overhit it.
Overhit it.
He overhit it. Yeah, he might not. Now he might need to use a 14 in the side, possibly, or just a 12. All right, when you shoot the 14 in the side and then the 1 for the 4, or
100%.
But this is what I was telling Michael earlier, that their cue ball control is so impeccable that they can end up out of line, and as long as they get on the break shot in the end, that's all that matters. They have a break shot.
Yeah.
Where, I used to be that guy that would say all the time that no, there's no way they can win tournaments playing like that. But
Yeah.
you don't exactly have to know. It's just a little tougher for them. Well, they have to work harder for it, but they still get it done.
Here we go.
I'm not sure what he was trying to do there. I think he was trying to take it out and hit it dead square and shoot the 4 on the side.
I
But
thought he was trying to come back for the 4 and use the 14 in the side for the break, like you suggested before. Wow. Well, this is workable.
Mm-hmm. I wouldn't hit it too hard, though, because if you do, you're going to miss a rack. This is one of those where you want to soft follow it, right? Hit the top of the rack.
Hope you get a few to come out.
I have to remember to talk a little lower. I don't want to distract the players.
Yeah.
Oh, wow, look. He jarred it. He jarred it in the pocket.
That's another problem with the break shot close to the rail. You know, you got to hit it harder, and
More accurate, right?
yeah, and you're gonna jam when you hit it harder.
Well, this is a classic Danny Booty here.
Huh.
You shoot the 4, the 3, and then have the 9 as a Geico or possibly the 10.
You find it hard to get position on a ball like the 3,
No, not here. Not for this shot.
and to
because
hold it for the right angle.
I have no idea what he was trying to do there, unless he was trying to break it out with the 10 and then have the 2 and the 15 as.
I think he tried to improve the angle on the 3.
Oh,
He didn't want a big angle on it.
I see. What do you think, he has an angle to run into the rack here, or?
I think he's gonna draw into it.
Mm-hmm. And have the 2 of the 15, right?
Or yeah.
Yep. Now this is a tricky one here, because if you're trying to play position on the 9 ball, but you don't want to end up with too much of an angle to end up using the 3 ball afterwards, you got to be careful with the speed. You don't want to end up going, you know, have the 3 in front of you to the point where you can't pocket the 9 ball, right?
Yeah. What's he gonna come down? Come off the rail and play the 9? Is that what you're suggesting?
I'm assuming that's what he's doing, you know, because I don't think he wants to play position on the 7. He has to hit that absolutely perfect, and the 7.
7 is, there's
It's
nothing
too
there.
low.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's too low.
The corner of the rack has disappeared.
Mm-hmm.
And,
I would try to play position for the 9 here, even if it means shooting it in the same pocket, because then that way you can even just shoot the 3 and leave the 9 as an
come
insurance,
around
right?
for the 3 right
Mhm.
now.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
That
there
way you
go.
still leave the 9 ball there
Yeah.
as the insurance ball, but he overhit it for sure.
Mm-hmm. You get rid of the 7, you got the 1 as a break, too. It never bothered me shooting a ball up the table if you're really close with the object ball. Cue ball and object ball are close to each other.
Yeah, I think you've always been one of the best I've ever seen. That's my worst shot.
Shoot.
I overcut it every single time. I try and make adjustments. I just overcut every time.
Huh.
World famous for hanging the ball. So what do you do here, Dan?
You got to play off the 3 and then the 9, or maybe the 3 to clear out the 7. Try to break with the 1. I don't see anything else.
The only other thing that I can see that I know, you know, some people might think it's crazy is shoot the 3, come off the bottom rail, then shoot the 9 in the right-hand corner and go 3 rails into the rack.
Yeah.
But that's for local people like me. I'm local.
Poco Loco.
Yeah. But he has an opportunity here.
You shoot the 7?
Yeah. Well, oh no, he can shoot. He could shoot the 7. Yeah, it's not a bad shot because he has a little insurance there.
Yeah.
But he has to feel comfortable with it, obviously. But if
Yeah,
he shoots,
that's not a gimme.
yeah. But if he shoots that 9 ball, he needs to be careful not to hit the right side of the 8, because if it goes off the 8 and the 13, you could possibly go in the side pocket, right? So he hit it good. But you know
Yeah.
what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah.
You don't want to go near that side pocket in that
Yeah.
shot. I'm assuming the 14 goes.
Yeah. 15 might go too. I kind of like playing the 15 if you got it.
Absolutely.
You free up that 6 and the 8. To get, you know, you might be able to set the 6 up for a break.
Wondering if the only real shot he has is a 7. I think if he had the 14, he would have jumped on it by now, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he might have to kill the cue, either kill the cue ball here or go around 3 rails with low left, if that's really what he has, you know.
Yeah, it's hard to tell on TV if he can make the 10 ball.
You know, for me, the choice is easy. You either hit it thin.
Okay, so we're just reading some comments. Rick, you're wrong. These guys are fine players.
Wow, he killed the cue ball beautifully in that shot.
Great shot.
Well, it's not just that. I mean, listen, it's not to discredit the players of the past, but you know, these kids are young.
Yeah.
I don't even think they're 25.
Yeah.
You know, so they're just learning the game.
Hmm.
Because believe me, as great as they were back then, they wouldn't like it playing these kids 9-ball, 10-ball. I guarantee you that.
Yeah. I mean, the number of 100-ball runs, 150-ball runs speaks for itself. And the fact that they're even comparing them to great players of the past means they must be pretty good.
So do you run into the 12-ball? No, I don't even think he has an angle to run to the 12-ball.
And go to the rail and come up the other way. Oh.
So he did run into the 12-ball.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't
I
think
I knew he'd have something, but I didn't think it was would be that severe.
Yeah.
I think he was trying to hopefully hit it a little thinner to come down a little more, but I don't know.
I thought that was kind of forcing it.
But what do you do from here?
Oh, it looks like he's got to play the 8.
So he might have to kill it again.
Yeah.
Then if he plays the 8, he can use the
12 to get on the 6.
or the 14, right?
Yeah. It looks like the 15-6 is a combo.
Oh, that's even better because then now you can save the 2, right?
Yeah.
Now you get rid of the 2 out of the way, right?
Yeah.
Decision time.
Yeah.
I like the way he kills the ball, man. It makes it look like a hanger.
Really good.
It's funny, someone that doesn't know pool, he says kill the ball. He's not hitting it hard, he's hitting it soft. Very nice. Yep. So I'm assuming he's using the 13, Danny.
Let's see where these wind up after he plays the combo, if he plays the combo.
Yeah, it's just, I'm curious to see if he has enough angle there to send the 15 off the 6 towards the 13 and maybe create another, you know, possible key ball, break ball, you know?
Yeah.
I might have considered, to be honest with you, maybe ending up with a little more angle than that. So that way I shoot the 14, run into the 15, and send it past the 13. So that way I can use it as a key ball on the side, you know? Because you're not going to get stuck on the 2 ball if you do it that way, you know?
Yeah.
And then use a 2 to get to the 6, right?
Oh, he's going to use the 6 to set up the 15.
Yeah, I'm not sure what he's planning here.
Well, he's going to get a shot at the 6 and bump the 15.
Can he do that from this angle? Because now he has to make sure he gets it out of the way of the 2.
Yeah.
He doesn't want to miss at the 2, right?
Yeah.
So I guess he is going to use the 2, the 15, and then the 13. Not ideal, but like I said, the cue ball control is so good that it's like as long as they end up with a break shot in the end. But I would have definitely considered moving the 15 as a key ball for sure.
Yeah, I'm not too keen about this. It's easy to come up short or get blocked out by the 13. Oh,
You
go
got
around
it.
it that way. Oh, interesting.
Oh, how do you think he was gonna do it?
I thought he could try and roll up slow maybe and get.
Oh
I
yeah,
didn't see
no, no,
about.
no, no, no. I definitely, I thought he was gonna go 2 rails. I would, yeah, that's risky trying to slow roll it
Yeah,
there, right? Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. I see what your point with
Well,
with
this
the
could
roll.
overrun the position, leaving him a tough shot too.
I'm pretty sure he's so focused now after missing that last shot that he's gonna really
Yeah.
go into super
Well, that's
focus
pretty
mode.
nice.
Yeah.
I hope he runs some balls because I got to get up at 3 in the morning to catch a plane.
So how'd you feel this tournament, then?
Not too bad, you know.
118, indoor trails breaking.
Getting my pool legs back.
Yeah.
14.
How do you like to hit this shot, Dan?
Try and stun the top of the balls. I don't like too much movement off of it. Just a little English
And just come across the balls, hit the
Yeah.
rail, and come to the center of the table?
yeah, just get a little separation from the cue ball and the rack.
Yeah.
So I don't want to turn it loose.
You ever shot this ball where you had such a thick hit on the head ball next to it that the cue ball would come up and then curve around the rack and scratch in the opposite corner pocket?
So infuriating.
No.
So annoying.
So if he hits it with follow, then the cue ball's just going to try to go towards the side pocket and probably bend before, right? Oh, he missed.
He hit it hard. No need to hit it that
Yeah.
hard. I'm telling you, most of the misses I've seen in this tournament have come from guys over hitting the ball.
Yeah.
All right, so this is an easy decision here at 15.
Correction, the score is 51.
Sorry, I was trying to hear what they were saying. What did you say?
They were correcting the score.
Gotcha. So Josh is probably more than thrilled to be back up the table right now because he definitely
Yeah.
didn't expect to be here.
I like getting rid of that 8 first,
Mm-hmm.
since it's blocking the pocket.
He's probably going to get rid of that 6
Yeah.
or the ball in the corner pocket, but like you said, he needs to get rid of that 8 as soon as possible. What? He almost missed that.
I'm aware of it. I don't like to sleep. Now here's where the 8 blocking the pocket comes into play.
Mm-hmm.
Now he's got to do something. He can't just shoot the 11. He has to shoot it and do something.
And he
Yeah.
obviously wants to save the 6 and the 9 for last, so he needs to get rid of the problems ASAP.
Or as soon as possible.
I think the 7 goes in the opposite pocket, right?
Yeah, that's a good play.
Maybe use the 12 to nudge him a bit. I don't know. I'm talking about not now, after the 7.
Yeah, that's a good play. Good. Now the 8 becomes an insurance ball.
Okay, so he chose to do it that way. I guess he wanted more of an angle on the 1 ball. Have to assume he wanted more angle on the 1 ball to run into them that way, which I kind of like better, to be honest with you. He sends the balls that way.
Yeah, you gotta
Doesn't
break
have to worry about sending him towards the balls that are already down there, you know?
Absolutely. I didn't like
That,
the
I know
speed.
I was making this point to Dawn in the previous match in the women's final that when it comes to a small little cluster, even if it's 2, 3, 4 balls, it's not necessary to run into them hard because you're not trying to break an entire rack. It's just a couple of balls, right?
I think sometimes people take it literally.
Mm-hmm.
Break the balls. They literally tried to break the balls.
Yeah.
They're trying to split them in half. Just got to move them.
Do you think he's going to use the 2,
14,
14,
and then 6.
and the 6?
Yeah.
See, that's what I mean by the control. If you're not like spot on,
Yeah.
it's so easy to get out of line in that shot, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Well, one of them is going to have to go into super duper focus mode now because so far they've each missed shots that were totally unexpected.
Yeah.
65 to 18, the run 14.
I thought there were a few risky decisions in there, but he really got through with no problems.
Yeah, if Federer gets another opportunity, he's going to have to really wake up a bit, you know.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure he's going to hit this one with speed. But you have to hit it low here. You don't want to risk. Yeah, what you said, hit it.
I'd be bending over backwards looking for dead shots right now. Well, I don't shoot like him.
Yeah.
What
No,
do
I
you
consider,
mean?
I
Yeah.
consider him
Wait.
the best.
What do you mean? Yeah.
You're funny. I consider him the best pure shot maker in the game today.
Yeah.
So,
He's got to do something.
he decided to shoot the 12 instead.
These are just two shots that lead to no good.
Hmm.
How do you hit it? Hard? I rest my case.
It's these shots. I mean, even if you hit it soft, that's a tough shot.
That's
But
true.
yeah,
Yeah, but you got no forgiveness.
yeah. Not if you hit it hard. You have to hit it dead straight. And that's the nature of the game, you know. Sometimes you think it's going to be a fast match, and then all of a sudden,
Yeah, I'm
you
missing
don't
a
think
plane.
Yeah. So what would you do here? How would you attack this as far as
I don't
trying
know.
to break that cluster?
I'm looking at it's at the 13 near the 4 ball.
It is. That is a 13.
Yeah, you might be able to clear that out or play off the 4 and break with the 15. He's going to play it and swing around for the 14. Wow.
I guess he decided to break him with the 7.
I don't like that. I
Yeah.
like pushing him the other way.
Yeah, I like to push the balls towards the area of the table where
There's no rail.
there's no balls in the way, and you know you don't have to break a cluster to create more.
Yeah.
I mean, there's only one ball there, but you know you already have 2 loose balls in the 4. I think the 4 might go there. Might go past the 13.
He could certainly maneuver around it anyway.
So he can shoot the 8 or the 14 to get to that 4. Solves part of the problem. Maybe even hit the 1 to the 5 and create a little break shot there on that side, right?
Certainly could. We got to deal with the 310 also.
Mm-hmm. Let's see what he decides. Is he going to play the 13 next or the 4?
He's dropping down.
So he's dropping down. So he probably wants to play the 4 on the opposite side. Maybe use a 1 to get rid of the 13. I mean the 3 and the 10, and then use the 4 as an insurance ball, right?
Yeah, that's perfectly reasonable.
Nope. I mean, I'm assuming... No, he has an angle. Oh, he definitely has an angle. So again, I think he's looking for the 4 as the insurance here.
Ten's a break.
Mm-hmm.
3's the key, or the 11. What do you think?
Absolutely. You know, I'm of that style of play where I always try to look for as many stop shots as possible. I'm always trying to look for as many stop shots as possible, and I guess he likes that side because he's right-handed.
Yeah.
See, I
Well,
think it's a little trickier to play position on the 12 as a key ball as opposed to the 3 because
Yeah.
you know,
I
you
think
have the
100%.
15,
Yeah.
you have the 11, you have the 6, you have the 5 as a break shot possibly.
This is a dicey shot. Hard to control.
So how would you finish off this one? Was if it were you, I mean, if it were you.
Um, so I guess you got to start with the 12.
Hmm.
And then depending where you come off, I say I can't tell if the 5 goes in the low left pocket.
So he's playing for the 6. Yeah, it's not. That's
I
not
can't-
ideal.
Yeah. Neither one. Neither one is neat now at this point.
I mean, if the 11 goes, then that'd be great. But I guess he doesn't like it, so he's probably going to use a 3, 6, 10, 11 to get to the 5.
Is he just fixated on playing the 5? That he's. I mean, I think the 10 is a better break shot.
Yeah, it is. Maybe he'll just trickle it down then, right? Nope. So he is going to take the 5.
Yeah.
So he got a little out of line there, but I think he'll be fine if he just rolls it in. I mean, he's really good at killing the ball, so.
All right, he's going up the table and down.
Gotcha. Make sure that you hit it with enough speed if you
No,
want.
he's
Oh.
not.
Oh, so he had a much further hit than what we thought, right? It's like
Yeah.
you said, it's sometimes tough to see the exact angle they have, you know,
very
from the same.
difficult.
6-31, Sador breaking and trailing.
Well, I don't know if the break shot he chose was objectively worse than the other one, but he made a plan and he stuck with it.
Mm-hmm. He's looking to see if he's going in between them or if he's going to hit it head on.
Now, how do you hit this one?
If I'm going to go between them, but I'm going to hit the 10 first, I hit it with stun draw, so the cue will draw away from the scratch, but I hit it with a lot of right, so it'll hit the long rail, the short rail, and go back into the rack.
Yeah.
You know, I love that shot. But if I see I'm going to hit the top of the ball, I'm going to hit it with draw, so it'll hit the off the 8, off the 10, and go straight up. So it all depends. And if I'm going to hit it dead straight, I just hit it like, you know, with a little bit of draw, so that way enough draw to draw it away from the ball that I run into, you know, kind of like a stun.
It looks like he's loading up.
There you go. That's the one I'm talking about, right? I think the guy you want to ask this question to is Steve Lipsky.
Who's he?
He hits us any break shot like a dream, or toasty.
Steve does something I find that I just can't warm up to. He'll leave the cue ball in the rack if he has to, and he has no qualms about shooting a break shot from behind the line.
It's a hanger for him.
Yeah.
It really is. It's unbelievable.
For those of you that don't know, Steve Lipsky is a player in New York. He's a terrific player, great shot maker.
Not just a great shot maker. They call
No.
him. They call him patterns, and there's a reason they call him patterns. because he likes to wear jeans and shirts with patterns.
Patterns, yes.
No, his straight pool patterns are ridiculous.
Yeah, he's a fine player. He's one of the strongest players in New York the last 20 years,
Easily.
as are you. And got a lot of good players in New York last
A
20
lot.
years.
A lot. Over here, I would break the 4. I'm talking about after the 1.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, use the 1 to get to the 4. And
Use
then,
like the 3-6-9 to get on the
Mhm.
4.
Bill Hill. And it
Or
was a
is
tough
that?
9, and all of Well, a I sudden didn't think it he had crept in an my
angle.
mind
Yeah,
because
if
I
you
just
had an
you
angle,
have
you
to
do
the
that,
realization that
you
if
know,
I don't
yeah.
make that 9
They
ball, I
set
don't
up
pay the
the,
rent that month.
12 ball.
I've never been in that position since that day.
Wow.
Yeah, I made it my
14
business to make
above
sure I'm
that
not in
ball.
that position
Mhm.
again.
Yeah, you got
I
the
don't
ball
like
for
being in that
insurance.
position. And my advice to all the players out there is whenever you can, take all the money that you make in the game of pool. Take all the money you make in the game of pool.
I think the
and
14 is
invest it,
definitely the
save
shot,
it,
and
do whatever, but
try to
just do
clear up
not
that
throw it all
you need
away.
to clear up that,
Because you
I
can
would
be
use
the
a 4
greatest
to
player
come
that
into
ever
the
lived,
12,
and it's not going to be a
and the
single
13,
thing
then
if
use
when
the
you get
11 as
older
a- as
and
a
you're unable to play at the same level.
On the right side. and
You
shoot
know,
them
among
the
the
other
poker
pocket.
players,
So
they have a word for
then
that,
I guess a 12
which
does
is
go
called
when
leaks.
he's shooting the 14.
I'm
Okay,
thinking-
yeah.
I'm
that
thinking
you've
it
got to
does.
plug
Yeah, if it
leaks,
doesn't,
but
that's
you've got
definitely the shot.
leaks.
No need to break it up.
And
No.
leaks are things
But
that
do you like,
leak
do
off
you
your
like setting
money.
up the,
Do you,
Well,
if
if
you're,
that's the
you
case,
know,
I'd
if you're a
rather shoot
professional
the 4,
poker
the
player,
10,
do you
the
leak
8,
your
and then
money
get
off
on the
betting on
12.
sports? Do you leak
Right?
your money off on
That would be
alcohol,
better.
women,
Yeah.
drugs,
if
and
that was see,
everything?
he probably did this,
Look at-
and I was actually going to suggest that, but I wasn't.
See, you've
100%
gotta plug the
sure about
leaks.
12,
You've gotta
13
figure
because I
out
like
how to
the 3 and the
financially-
6 to the 11. Oh, wow, or look the at that. 3, 6, 9, 11. He moved
You know?
just enough to miss. Did Not- you see not- his not cue
that you
stick?
got
His
it.
cue stick's way off to the
But,
side.
Yeah.
You know, I think the other one was, like I said, the 14.
Well, we had
the 10,
one of
the
those
8,
other,
and on to
morning
the 12,
matches
but I'm
where,
looking at it from
you
here.
know,
Yeah.
Everybody was
It
joking
doesn't look like the
yesterday. I
12
said, you know, none
into
of
that
these guys
pocket.
except Mieszko Fortunsky yesterday went to Dunkin' Donuts for
Does the
coffee
13
yesterday.
go?
He ran 150 and
maybe in the
he
upper
was the
corner?
only one.
Yeah.
Everyone else
No,
was trying to
no,
wake
oh,
up.
no,
I said,
no, the
these guys
13
need to get their
definitely doesn't
coffee
go.
in the morning. But go ahead. I'm
There-
sorry.
yeah, that's
Which is
definitely a real
why
thing of
I
getting
think he tried to
the-
run to it, right?
your first match under your belt of the day and getting your
hasn't
juices
played the eight
flowing.
now.
I don't know what I was talking about is leaks. You know,
Mhm.
finding out ways that you're wasting money, that you're of your profitability. So I guess I have to ask, when you were
Take two
when you
for
were
the
standing over
12.
that 9 ball, if you miss this 9 ball, you don't
I
pay
did.
rent.
I
you make
missed it. Oh, I
You
missed it. I had to borrow money to
Yeah, if
pay
it
my
goes,
rent.
that's definitely the shot.
Yeah.
Yeah, that month I had to borrow
If
money
it
from a friend of
doesn't,
mine, and I
then
hated it.
How
He's
old
gonna
were you
have
at
to
that
try
time?
and
You
see
think?
if he can. has enough.
Man, I had to be 27,
Boom.
28.
Well, it doesn't. I
You know,
guess, because he's shooting the
the thing
10 ball.
about it.
Josh is having a word with the
Yeah.
the
Now, I've
referee.
seen you do something very interesting. Very,
Not
very
sure what
often
the
you'll play and
concern
you'll leave a key
is.
ball that's up the table.
Mm-hmm.
And it seems to me that's a very practical way of
This
playing.
this
Not too
game
many
is
guys
so
do that,
fickle.
but I've watched you do it, and it seems really practical.
It's amazing from one
Yeah, I think what
one
happens
game
is
to the
so
next
there's
how
your shot
the
dynamic.
character
Like you
of the
said with
game
the
can
12, good
change
call
so
there.
much.
It's just that
You know,
I told you I'm always looking.
As much
Everyone
high
has a
level
different
straight
style
pool
of
as
playing.
you've
I always
played
looking for the
over
one
your
that's
career,
gonna
Tony, I
minimize the amount of
know
the cue ball whenever I can.
you've been in
obviously.
positions where you
But
needed 2
I've shot
balls.
that pattern so
and
many
your-
times with leaving the
your
ball up there
opponent
that
need
I
more
feel
than 100 and you
comfortable
got
getting
beat.
a
I know you
shot from
do.
there. You know.
Oh,
yeah.
I know you
Or
do.
It
you
hasn't
needed
even-
more than 100 and they needed 1 ball, and you
So
beat
would
them.
you get
Yeah.
rid of the 9
You-
before
Well, I'll
you
tell you,
attack the 6 and
I
the
was playing
3?
Danny Baruti
Or
many
would you
years
get
ago,
use a
and he
9
needed
to get position?
Danny
on the
Baruti
11.
We gotta
needed
get rid of
99,
50.
exactly 99.
Yeah, no, I
and
mean
needed
after
7, and I
those
missed a
those
shot.
2 are gone.
Pretty easy shot that I should have made. I took it for granted. Danny ran 99 and out
I
on me.
don't see how we can,
You know,
He ran 99 and out
he's
on
gotta
you,
play for
but
the 13 now.
there's also, you don't have to do that in order to win the game.
Yeah, no,
Mhm.
what I mean
You
is
know,
the,
great
the
straight
end
pool
pattern to
players,
get to the
they're
break
gonna
shot.
Oh,
take
Where you
fouls.
use a
They're
3,
going to
6,
play
9,
safe.
then you
They're
get rid of the
gonna they
9
might
and then use
run
a
30
3
balls
as
on you,
S.
and you have no shot,
Yeah,
and
I
then they
think we
run
gotta
26 balls on you,
I think so
and
too,
you have no
because
shot,
the 9's closer
and then
to
they
the
might
break
run
shot
out.
too.
It might
Yeah.
take them
So-
3 or 4
and you
whacks.
end up with
It's
an
true.
automatic
But when a
angle,
good
worst
player
case
is
scenario, if you
champions
start
at the
the cue ball,
table,
you
they
have an angle
have
anyway,
the
right?
skills to control the
That's a
game.
great shot.
Mm-hmm.
And I think
He has some of the
players
best cue ball
control
control withdraw shots that
think
I've
that
ever seen
you
in my
have to
life.
just run a giant number, and that these guys run giant numbers all the time. It's not like that.
And that's why some of them lose their matches, because you have to know when and when not to take an intentional
Back this
foul.
up about
You know, you
One or
have to
two
know
balls.
when to not just take an intentional foul,
Or
but
be
you know,
Mm-hmm.
maneuver the balls and shift them into positions where
control.
when they do play you
Now
a
watch how
safe,
he
now
can
you
send
have
his
a ball to
break
play
shot.
safe, return safety with. It's
Yeah,
so
or
strategic.
making
you
one
know?
dead.
We had
Mhm.
to
Or,
table
yeah.
on the table. Maybe he didn't leave enough angle.
Talking to Corey yesterday,
did.
he came up to the
Okay.
board and he said, "Well, I know I made well over 200 balls
Very
in
nice.
that match.
The balls have
I
been
still
a little
lost."
sluggish coming off the
I
rail.
said, "What do you mean?" He says,
Yeah.
"Well, I know I back scratched the 15 points at least
Now,
3
other than
times,
that,
maybe
Yeah.
4."
Yeah.
to the cloth
Yeah.
game, too.
He
I
tried.
mean,
mhm.
that's a
But
a
other than
lost
that,
art. If
you
I
can't
should
say
say
that
a
these
lost
tables
art, but
were
Yeah.
that's
terrific.
I did
yeah.
that three
yeah.
times in one match against Allen Hopkins
Yeah,
many years
I
ago,
was like,
and
this
won the
is the
match by
first
14,
time
14 points.
in my life that I've ever played on a diamond
After you'd
table.
taken an 18-point
That almost
penalty 3
Three
almost
times.
felt
times,
like I was
yeah.
playing on the
Yeah.
Brunswick.
Because he just
I
put
know
me in a
you
trap
played
that I
on
couldn't get out
Brunswick.
of.
Yeah.
There's
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
no
Yeah.
way. It was
Yeah, that's all
impossible.
Right. You cannot
it's my
just
favorite
shoot
table of all
fly
time,
from
the
there.
Gold
And
Crown.
then I played Danny Berruti in a tournament, the World Championship
By the way, the place has been
in New
fixed up.
Jersey,
It looks
and
beautiful
I
down
had to
here.
take 3
People has to come
fouls
down to,
2 times, twice in a row,
Masters.
because he
It's-
put me in an impossible
they
position.
really
I
redecorated the place.
in all
It's
the
very
years that I played
nice.
Yeah, it's really
Straightpool,
awesome.
I think I probably
rail?
beat Danny Berruti in a safety battle 2 or
Oh,
3
no,
times.
that was the one we
He's
hit.
one of the
But see, that's
greatest
the thing,
safety
like,
players.
it's
He's
hard to tell
so
from here
tough to
what
beat
part
in a
of the ball
safety
he's
battle,
gonna
man.
hit. You know, so
Well, in this
you know,
tournament,
it's hard for me to make
I
a call
think
on that if I can't see whether or not he's
probably
gonna hit the top.
60% of the shots, or no, what I'm talking, 75% of the shots that I gave up in this tournament were from
Yeah.
poor safeties. It wasn't missed balls.
hmm
That's why I told Ira Lee when
I think Josh was in a
Spots-
rush here.
spots where- yeah, spots where I should have taken a foul because because the experience to know that the safety is as hard as the shot.
Told me that it
Yeah.
takes a
And
special
knowing when
lens
you're
to be
supposed to,
able
you
see
have to
the
take
entire
fouls.
table, so.
hmm
That's
So he
a
says it's a little tricky,
big
but
skill to
he
learn
knows the
playing
yeah.
this game.
Ah,
So you can't just put any
Well,
camera
Josh
there. and
seems very
expect it to
comfortable
show
with the
entire
table now.
like,
Here, Jerry. I
flawlessly.
think he's
Yeah.
he's in good shape, and
What if the
you know,
eight ball
I think
goes?
one lost
yeah,
start
the 8 could
too
be
is
dead, too. You know,
learning
five
how to
could
study the
be
break
dead.
shot,
Yeah.
where you learn how to control the cue ball a bit better. Because what I'm noticing a
play
lot of
Pac-Man,
these
you're
players
looking
is
for a
when they
dead
don't
shot in
control
the
the cue
pack.
ball correctly and they lose it,
It's free.
they end up. I'm talking about the break shot now. They end up
But of course, he has to get rid
out
of
of
the
line
two if
on the
he's
top
in
rail,
there
and then they end up missing a
keep
shot. And it's
going.
happened this
Oh, wow.
match. You know,
Right.
he just missed a 4-ball last
That's pretty
rack, and
good.
Josh
They
had
both
missed
did.
the 13.
And those are the
before.
ones that you say they miss sometimes if they don't hit dead perfect, you know, when you have to hit a ball with that speed.
But you know, the thing with these guys is that they're such great
Funny, you know,
players.
sometimes they'll leave a key
and
ball,
such pure
the
shot
cue ball will
makers
go into
that
the
it's like
cluster and continue
you
to
give them
go
an
and
opportunity to
bury
kind of
itself
make up for
right
it.
in the,
Right.
You know,
the safety
it's really,
ball.
really, really
Right.
a pleasure to
Like
watch.
he
You
could have
know,
froze up on that 8 just as easily or something stupid
Mhm.
like that.
so he underhit that one. I think he
And
wanted
he's
to
doing
play the
something
2 ball
stupid. Just
in the
that the
upper right
balls
hand corner. So he's
behaved
probably
in
either
a,
going to have to shoot in the side now or just come back for it. I would come back for it. I wouldn't
Well,
even
I would
toy
shoot
with
the
that.
shoot
Yeah.
the 4 ball,
position
get up there on the side where he's got.
Well, I would shoot the
options.
4 ball and then shoot the
don't know if I
5
wanna
in the
keep
side,
breaking
and
these.
then get rid of the
Yeah, I like
the
fact that
15 and the
12
7,
on
and
my
then use the
gold
2 as a key
pass.
ball. Because I tell
The
people all the
15,
time, leaving a
13,
ball up there is
and
not
13.
necessarily a
In
bad
the
key
low right
ball.
corner, you
I
mean.
Yeah,
played
correct.
key balls up there for most of my career,
You know, after
many
he
times,
got rid of
especially
the
when the pattern allowed it.
Obviously, but
Like if he was playing
But
the 8 from the 1,
is he
he
gonna
could
shoot the
maneuver
2 ball now, I
around
guess?
open shots. I
Yeah,
think
well, that's what he
the
played
correct
shape for,
play.
and 2 rails to get down onto these
Because
2
if the
balls.
15 is a
again, I
break
said it
shot,
with
why wouldn't you
all,
shoot
I
the
said
1
it
or the
with-
15? But
with all the
I
other
can't tell
I
from
don't.
years.
I think the
There's a
15's too
difference
close to the
between-
Oh,
line.
no, the 15 is in the
between
rack for
us
sure.
and
Yeah, I just
Yeah.
took a look at it.
There's
It's definitely in the rack.
He's
some
going to
like
use these
to
2.
perform
Both
surgery,
of them are
bump it
reasonable
out.
key
others like
balls.
to create a bloody
Just
mess.
going to bump it out
Yeah.
and get an angle on the 7.
Yeah.
Now he just stuns it over.
See, anything can happen when you go into the balls.
Especially if you're not paying attention to how they react.
Yeah.
You know, where
Great
it's
shot.
going once you come
So,
off them. You
Tony,
know?
when you were in the pool room, did
It looks like he's going to have to bump this
did
to the-
players did you actually ask them questions? Would
Unless
they
the
actually
6 goes
help
in the
you, or
side,
did you
but I
have
don't
to
think
just
it
kind of
does.
learn? What did they have the don't wise up the dummies?
You mean as far as
Philosophy.
learning?
Yeah.
So the
Were the
question is
player
if he does
the
the
great
10 balls,
players
he's gonna hit the 5
helpful, or did you just
directly
have
or
to
the
watch it
left or to
play?
the right?
Yeah.
I was one
figure
of the
things
very
out.
few ever.
Oh,
Go
yeah.
into the
Wow,
10.
look at that. He almost
almost got
I know,
double
but it
his
looked like
almost
the
got
angle
done
looked
right
like he
now.
wouldn't hit the
I was
bottom
one of the
the
very
tank,
few
so I
players
couldn't
ever
tell,
that
but it
was
was
willing to
definitely
share
further for
info
sure.
anytime with anyone
You played
because I've
14,
always been
12,
about the
15
growth of the
now.
game.
14,
But
10,
man,
5.
these guys, it was like pulling teeth. Oh wow,
Yeah,
he almost missed
10,
that.
5, and then yeah, that's a tricky one.
Yeah, so they wouldn't give up the
No, he's actually
information.
the 12 and the 15.
You had to watch,
Yeah,
figure
because
it
that
out.
way you get
Yeah.
rid of the problems right
Yep.
away.
At
But
the end of games, they didn't walk up to you and say, "Well, you should have shot the 4 ball.
rather than later.
If you'd have
Sometimes
just
they would
stayed on
say
this
that.
side and shot the 4
Oh,
ball."
look, he
No,
might
because you
have.
can always
I don't know
use
if he
the.
can
Well,
make that.
actually, no, because you can use a 3 for the one.
I don't
He's
know
got
if
a
he can make the third
combination.
Yes,
He-
you
all
can.
he's got is that
The
2-10
one-
combination.
The one kind
Or you're going to bank
is
that
the,
other ball, which
odd
this will
fellow out.
absolutely do if he has
Doesn't-
to.
He's an
Forward
incredible
to any
combination shot shooter too.
Yeah,
I
that's
mean, he makes
what I call the dummy
even
ball. I hate the dummy
the most
balls
awkward
because they do
angles look like
absolutely nothing.
hangers.
Just
It's
stare
incredible to
duh.
watch.
They're there to mess you up.
Yeah. Is
And
he
you
gonna
always
bank?
wind up scratching your head
He's
saying,
gonna
how
have to
did,
bust-
I, how
he's
did
gonna
I
have to
leave
bank
that
too.
there? Where'd that come from? I guess the one becomes the key ball here.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you know the good thing about it is that he was
I mean,
able
if he
to
banks,
keep
there's
it
really no
simple. He didn't
reward
have to do
there.
anything
I'm not
fancy.
sure.
I'm not
Chelsea.
sure where he was trying to go. Did he just come up short? He was trying to get up above the balls?
Yeah, I think he just overhit it a bit. He's thinking of the 8 off the 12.
And how he's going to bank? I gotta think he's going to bank the 5 ball before he would play that open carom. No, he's not. He's
No,
moved on his extension.
I think he's gonna try the 8 off the 12.
Good
And
grief!
then run the 12 into the 9
just
of
a
the
soft
3.
little roll,
If he is
come off
enough
the
and
rail,
not go past and
little
stop
bit.
the cue ball there.
Good grief! Is that shot that easy? Am I missing
Yeah.
something?
No, he
It's
makes these
soft
shots. I'm
little-
telling you, these
soft
caroms
little-
and these combinations, he makes it look like hangers, man.
Because if he doesn't like this, I mean,
And you know, there's a very good
has-
chance that he makes it look
has
like
it.
hangers because he works
He's a-
really
he's
hard.
a great
to
bank
smash
player
this
too.
Inside pocket,
Yeah.
maybe?
Oh yeah.
How did he
That's
not
what I'm saying.
take the
If he
5
hit
ball?
it
Was
soft,
just
Because he
laying
probably
over.
didn't see the
if he
benefit
hit
of
it
There's
soft,
no-
you
nothing
can
after
control
that.
the
Get
cue
it for
ball
the
side pocket, but over here,
Well, the
you hit
playing
it at
that
that
carom
speed. You
certainly
better
opened
make sure you hit
everything
it
up
the
for
center of
him.
the pocket. You know,
See, now he can shoot
That was a
this
nice
and
shot,
run
by
into
the
them a
way.
bit, not
That
too
was really
bit.
sweet the way he just drifted into
You know, the
position
cue ball
there.
would hit the 15, the 10, and the 2. Just
I
have
could
to make
ask
sure
a
that the cue ball
technician,
doesn't end up frozen
what's
on
the
the
number of
6
the pool
ball.
room here?
So you have to hit it
Q
with enough
Masters?
speed
I
to
want to
make
call
sure
the
it
front desk and order
escapes.
coffee.
You know what I'm saying, Jerry? You know, you
Yeah.
shoot this shot, you run into the 10, the 2, and then you know.
You
have
really
the
want
cue
me to
ball
look
creep
that up
underneath
on my
it.
phone for you?
I
Right
was kidding.
Yeah, it's
So-
clearly a mistake to hit it way too
Would you
too
like me to
hard.
get you some coffee?
But it
I
can be
know.
a mistake
Yeah.
in this situation
this is
too,
my
to hit it
actually
too
this is my
soft.
favorite all-time break
Sure.
shot, Danny.
I
Black
guess he
three
figured this is a better
Black
option.
tree
So
sugar.
Yeah,
Tony.
I
he can
like
probably
that.
play.
Okay, guys,
Yeah,
I'll be
I
right
like it
back
too
with
because
Danny.
he can
Black
he
tree
can
sugar.
he can shoot the
You sound
floor, I
just like
think, in
your
the
father.
bottom pocket afterwards.
I hope so.
This is my
Yeah,
favorite
he
break
can
shot of
unthread all
time
these
here,
balls
Danny. I
and
love
leave the
this
7
shot
there.
because when you hit this with pure follow, no spin, that cube always wants to
Taking
hit.
them out
that
in order,
rolling
they're gonna
wheel,
have
go to the
holes,
opposite
and he
side
got there
pocket,
with
but I
6.
hit it with so much
Plus that
follow that
210
bends
is-
before it reaches
Or
the
he can
pocket
play the
and just
10 in
goes
the
across
side
the table
pocket
back
too if he
and
wanted to,
forth.
and then the 2 in the opposite side of the
If it
corner.
doesn't
He
run
has
into
options
another
here,
board,
and
just
then the
keeps going
15 in
back
the
and
side
forth. But if
pocket.
it does,
So
it stops.
Yeah.
good thing is that
But
he's
then
performing
he
surgery.
hit
He's
it
not
a little
creating a bloody
softer,
mess.
which is
He's
correct,
picking them off
because
as
that's what
opposed
you
to
do
running
Right.
into them and hoping
If
and
he
praying.
plays
That's
this
actually the
combination,
better
the
way to
problem is
shoot
that
than
Shot I think I've ever seen in New Jersey in the Jersey State Championship. You were
I
playing,
remember. No,
Santos.
Santos, San Bajon, yeah.
and you needed like
No, I needed 3 balls.
3 balls. And you made the break shot, and I think 2 other balls went in.
Yeah, that's
and everybody
exactly.
was applauding, and the cue ball was bouncing around, and another ball came out of nowhere and knocked it in the side.
No, the cue ball was going straight up the middle of the table, and
Yeah.
another ball came up and cut it almost a 9-degree angle
What
into
a
in the
beat.
side pocket. Yeah,
What a
I never
beat.
forgot that because
I
he-
went out and threw up in the parking
Yeah.
lot.
Good memories, huh?
Oh man,
Good
that
memories.
was brutal.
Yeah, that was. But I'm saying, I'm talking about the tournament
Yeah.
that Bill Haley had there,
Yeah.
which it was a good memories, man.
Yeah,
What a great event he ran there.
yeah. Jack
And a room.
Calavita and
Hmm
had a lot of good players could show up to that. Thorsten showed up, you
Yeah.
and Bob Madoff and Lipsky. And yeah, it was a lot of good players. I remember at one point Thorsten ran 150 and out, and then 2 games later he ran 150 and out, and in between Tommy Walters beat him.
Yeah, doesn't surprise me.
Yeah,
Tommy's is a hell of a. He has one of the greatest killer instincts I've ever seen too. I've
Yeah.
never seen him not fool around ever.
that's right. Ever.
In any match that he's ever shot ever.
Mm-hmm.
So how do you attack this? You use a 2-ball to
Yeah, I like to
try
play
to
the
get.
15 to roll down on the 4 or something.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe get a break on them from behind. And the 13 might go to the pocket, breaking up to 12, 14.
That's perfect right there.
Yeah.
And I think the 2 goes too, worst case scenario. But I think he's going to be able to see either the 2 or the 13.
Yeah, I wish they had a triangle drawn on the table.
Oh, they don't?
I mean, one that we could see, not
Oh,
one
I
that's
see.
only visible to owls and eagles.
Better make sure he doesn't skim off the top of the 12 and sneak up behind the 1. Yeah, good shot.
Yeah. They said that some of the better baseball players, the hitters, they can actually see the seams on the balls.
Yeah, it's pretty sick. If he had just enough of the 9-ball to make it, then he could have drawn into that 12-ball and create that break shot and use a 14, but I don't think he can.
He's thinking about doing something, that's for sure. He's trying to figure out how to get that one. That one's no good, I guess, right?
Well, I'm wondering if he's thinking of shooting the 2-ball. See,
And
he's not.
using that-
And then using it to take out the 1, you know. I don't think that would have been a bad shot.
He's going to play for those balls and get on the 2. And then we won't get stuck because he got the 8.
Yeah, I like that. But see, he didn't get on the 2.
No. And maybe the 12 goes. He's going to bump the 13. Is it the 13 or the 9?
The 9, yeah. Yeah, I think he realized after he shot it that he could have thought about it a little more.
To set it up with the 14?
To set it up with the, go down lower with the cue ball to shoot the 2 into the 1. I think that's why he's scratching his head. See, now he's thinking of leaving the cue ball there for the 1, and then he really seems to favor that side of the table, obviously because he's right-handed, but sometimes if you overthink it, you can end up screwing up.
Yes.
Here you go, Danny. You called for coffee.
Thank you very much. May I see a menu, miss?
Black and 3 sugars.
Thank you.
I didn't put my dress on today.
Thank you.
Enjoy. You're welcome, Danny.
So I think that's what he's thinking of. He's thinking of possibly taking out the 12 with the 1-ball.
Taking out the 12 with the 1. Oh, okay.
I mean, the 9-ball is what I meant. I'm sorry.
Oh.
The 9-ball with the 1-ball. Because in order for him to take out the 12, he has to have a fuller hit, which I think he does here. What I don't like about it is that the only shot he might have is
14.
potential key ball. You know, but the 8-ball is a good key ball, too.
The 9-ball will be a good key ball, especially after he clears the 7-3 and then the 9.
Yeah, I like that better. Yeah. That's definitely better.
Or the 8 will be a good key ball. He plays the...
Let's see if he does it. I'm not sure what he tried to do there.
Oh, he's pretty much got to shoot this 8. I don't think he has the 14, does he?
I can only assume that he didn't get the angle that he wanted to, but I can only assume he really wanted to hit that a little harder than what he did to move the 9-ball a little more.
Oh, and shoot the 12?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Or the 14. You know, but if he shot the 12, he can go back up for the 3 and the 7, you know.
Speaking of Steve Lipsky, I'm kind of pissed off that he didn't come down to this event. Because he was shooting good several months ago. He was putting in a lot of time. And he was really hitting them good.
Yeah, you know, I know his work's been driving him crazy now that he works from home.
Yeah.
But, you know,
I think
there's no excuse to take, you know, a 5-day vacation to come play in this tournament.
I know.
You hear me, bro?
I mean, he's good enough to compete. I mean,
Absolutely.
at
Boy,
this.
he
Good roll.
really worked hard. No, he played that.
Yeah, but
I'm just saying, you mean getting the shot, you mean.
that's a good roll.
Yeah.
You can hit that ball and not wind up like this.
But
with a
notice
shot.
how extra hard he keeps working
Yeah.
just to come up with a. And you know, it's like he's not seeing all the opportunities there yet.
Yeah.
You know, he's still learning the game, but to know that you don't know it at that level, but still run the balls that you run is mind-boggling.
Yeah. Wow.
It's a credit to his ability.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
You know?
All these kids are talented.
Mm-hmm.
I say we kidnap Lipsky next time.
Hmm?
We kidnap Lipsky
Yeah.
next time.
Said Gina, we're borrowing him for a week.
We'll fly into Newark, me and you. We'll rent a car.
There you go.
Just
I love that.
Just make sure we don't wind up on first 48 or something.
You don't want them to steal your rims, right? It's bad
Right.
enough I've been stealing them for years. Well, nothing
is such
special here.
Such a great key ball, you know.
Mm-hmm.
You could shoot it from almost anywhere.
Yeah. Yeah, you can get straight on one side or the other, and
Forward,
it's just
backwards, sideways,
Yeah.
up, down. You can go
Mhm.
underneath the slate, through the cloth. Doesn't matter. Just
or you could get like
leave
that.
it in the rack.
See, this is a Lipsky right here.
This
He'll
is-
stop
this
it. He'll stop it in the rack.
If you can, you
Yeah.
know, this.
I'm not talking about Steve. Looks like he's gonna go one rail straight up.
Great shot. That's such
Yeah.
a tough shot.
Yeah.
It's so easy to either bump the object ball
73 to 66. Nut is 55.
or lose the angle.
So Federer is currently on a run of 55 and now takes the lead by the score of 71 to 66.
Is he running 55?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I would also like to offer congratulations to Kelly Fisher and Pia Filler, who played in the final of the women's division of the American 14.1. And Kelly, congratulations on being inducted into the Hall of Fame. She's going to be inducted this Friday,
Very nice.
along with Thorsten Homan.
I'd like to see some of the women playing in the men's division next season. They really could step up their game a lot, and they add something to the tournament.
Mm-hmm.
You know, there's strong players. Karen Core played in it, and Jeanette played in it, who I hope is doing better.
Yeah.
And
Jenna started competing again, but then she sent a message saying that the doctor says she's not supposed to be, not yet, and has to go on some meds. There's that scratch. You
There's
see, that's
that hit
right.
that ball
That's why
hard.
having that knowledge going into the rack is so important.
Yeah.
Then, right?
now I've seen Mizrak do that.
Yeah.
I saw Mizrak do that against Siegel after running 100-something balls.
Yeah, that's the worst when you're like on a run of 100 or something.
And I know Mizrak has seen it before.
Oh yeah, I saw Mizrak miss the ball literally right in front of the pocket. I'm talking
Yeah.
about like you say there's no
Yeah.
way anyone against Jimmy Fusco when he
Yeah.
won his first and I think only World Straightpool Championship, right?
Jimmy?
No, Mizrak.
Steve won it 2 years in a row.
So he won it 2 years in a row. So
You won the World Junior Championship, didn't you?
no, I did not.
You came in
I came in third or fourth.
third or fourth.
But when Mizrak missed that ball, I asked him. I said, "Steve, what happened there?" He said, "I broke my rule. My rule has always been, no matter what, you always make sure you make the ball first, regardless of whether you get position or not."
Of course.
And I
yeah.
was thinking more about the cue ball. Didn't look at the ball, and I missed it.
Well, I'll tell you what. I didn't know he said that, but I'm going to write that down because that is the bottom line of this game. You got to make what you're
Yeah.
shooting at.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. A lot of times people subconsciously steer the cue ball, and that usually means that they didn't make up their mind.
Yeah. Or the shot is so easy, you take it for granted.
Yep.
Now, this is a Mickey Mouse rack here, but again, I'd like to get rid of that 5 ball. Just because it's blocking a 5 and a 6, actually.
I mean, honestly, I would have liked to shoot the 12 ball after the 8 ball and just,
Okay.
spread him a bit and then have the 5. He had the opportunity to do that, but I guess he'd rather do it this way. But, he's going to have the 6 regardless. Well, not even. The cue ball got away from him there.
Yes, it did.
But I'm wondering if the 4 is a break shot. It looks like it's inside. I can't tell.
No, it's out. I'd say it's out.
So he's taking the 9 out of it. Okay.
9 is good now.
Wondering what was his goal there. I mean, I like getting rid of the 6, 10, 1.
6, 10, 1. Yes.
Yeah, and then using the 13 or the 13 right now, and then the 1, the 10. Because I like the 14 and then the 11 on the side and then the 4 in the corner.
Oh, absolutely.
For the break shot, but he's thinking differently.
Yeah.
Everyone has a preference,
And he's leaving the 1 to 10. It doesn't make sense. I think he rushed through it.
I mean, he could still use a 14-4 if he drew back. If he would have thrown the ball back there for the 10 and the 1, but I guess he decided to just leave the long ball there. But I think it makes it a little trickier, to be honest with you.
Oh, by the way, you can use the 10 ball for the break.
Yeah.
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 But he should have cleared it. He should have incorporated everything, made it connect.
You think maybe he wanted to get a little straighter so he can come back down for the 1, or you think he's going to get rid of the 2 now that he's up there? Because
I kind of think he's looking to play the 10 ball for the break. Oh, that didn't react too good. Come across, played a 15 and a 1.
Ooh, he almost missed it.
But he didn't because he hit it soft.
Yeah.
If he had hit that hard.
I mean, there's no way I would have left that for a key ball.
Absolutely not. Now he's got to do something heroic. Draw back and spin 1 rail.
I like drawing back with no spin, so the cue ball would die after it hits a rail. Because just like that, it's a little trickier to control it once you have side spin. But I tell you, these kids' cue balls are so good. It's like.
Joshua leads 80 to 72, and the run is 14.
Here we go. Ten in the side.
Yeah.
Unless the 12. You got to look at the 12 here. Come off the 4 into the 312. What do you think?
You mean shoot the 12 now?
Yeah.
It all depends if it's dead off the 3 ball.
Yeah. He's
But
not even looking.
I think you definitely got to shoot the 10 here regardless.
Yeah.
I'd be made it.
Our engineer sneezing over there. Do you want me to call an ambulance? You okay?
I don't think they make them big enough for me.
He sounds just like Al, doesn't he? He sounds just like his father.
Thanks. Appreciate that.
So would you use a 12 year to break him up then, or would you try to break up the 6 first?
He's got that 1-3 too. No, you got to break up the 6 first. Yeah, of course. Thank you. It's too small. Read on the ball.
I saw Steve Lipsky. What's up, Steve? What's going on, bud? I'm glad to see that you're at least watching us make fun of you not being in this tournament. We're gonna keep harassing you until you play next year.
That's right. I mean, next to Gene Belucas quitting pool, this is the biggest letdown in my career,
Yeah.
my history in pool. Steve Lipsky not playing in this
We're
event.
we're renting a car next year to go kidnap you to bring you here, and obviously we're gonna let the bosses know ahead of time.
And Steve and I played in the inaugural events that they held in Maryland when Peter Burrows was starting this.
Mm.
We used to drive down together, and we played
I
in
remember
several of
that.
these.
That's awesome. Great times.
Yep.
You think the 2 goes past the 4? You
Yeah,
think it has to come down now?
I think it does.
I think he's gonna attack it now.
I think he has to. I lost the angle. Oh,
Nope.
going to come across and play the 6 and then the 2.
Because I was wondering if it did go across, whether you want to shoot the 6 ball and then the 2 and then the 4, but I guess not.
Look at that.
He's gonna use the 2.
Wow. Well, what the hell do we know? See, he's playing so fast, we don't even have time to consider the options.
Yeah.
94, 72.
Maybe Steve sees it a lot quicker than we do. Maybe that's why his name is Patterns.
I think he's running 83 right now.
Ooh, that's only the second rack, isn't it?
Oh, you're right. I'm sorry.
Yeah. He's on 28, right?
Forget. I never was good at geography.
Ooh.
Wait a minute.
He's saying, I'm going to hit it harder to make sure I avoid a scratch. And almost scratch again.
Now, granted, I know the reasoning behind hitting the break shot hard, but he's only got one shot.
Yeah.
One reasonable shot. So doesn't that kind of argue against hitting it hard like that?
Yeah.
You should have something a little easier than this if you're going to run all that risk.
I mean, the only reason, there are 2 reasons why I hit the break shot hard. Number 1, I got tired of getting stuck.
Right.
Gene Nagy told me that he quit doing that when he was still alive because he got tired of getting stuck. So he started practicing break shots 8 hours a day. Just one break shot. It's crazy.
Yeah.
And number 2, I have a really good idea where my cue ball is going to go when I'm running into the rack.
Oh, I agree.
So, I know when to hit it hard and when to hit it soft,
Nagy said this. I remember him saying it like 50 years ago, that he misses more break shots and he scratches more, but he runs more balls.
Who said that?
Nagy.
Oh, Nagy, Gene Nagy.
Because he was doing it when nobody did that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I see what you're saying. Yeah, he told me he had so many 90, 100 plus ball runs where it ended with no shot because he hit the break shot so soft that he got so frustrated. He said he's never going to do it again.
Yeah. Now, it's worked for Thorsten many times. That I've also seen Thorsten scratch in the upper pockets.
Yes.
Or get left hanging in the jaws of the pocket. But he comes up with the shot.
Yeah. Think the 12 goes past the 7?
I think it does.
If it does, that's a shot for sure. I guess it doesn't.
Oh.
Wonder if he's going to try to run into them now, but it wouldn't make sense to do that if the 15 goes, right? I don't know if the 15 goes. I guess it doesn't because he's considering it. I have to be careful not to hit this like so full that the cue ball end up trying to roll down with the 15 and marry it,
Yeah. Well, he just created a situation where he can bump the 15.
Mm-hmm. Now he has to come up with a shot and control it unless he decides to shoot the 13. He loves these long shots. So what pattern would you use here, Dan?
Well, he's got to set up the 15, but he's not going to be able. He won't have a shot.
See, I kind of like using the 9 to the 15 and then maybe to the 7.
Oh, and using the 4 on the side and breaking with the 3?
Or use a 4 on the side and the 3 and breaking with the ball on the bottom rail too. That's the other option. But I prefer the 4 since I have the 4 there. See, he likes a 9 ball better as a key ball. Well, probably not because he's going to have to play the 9 ball next, I guess. Let me see.
I have no idea how he's going to get out of this mess. Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think? He's going to go for the 4 on the side, or?
No, 4 is his break shot in the corner. He's just going to use the 12 to get to the 9. But like I say, he feels more comfortable with the 4 with the 9 as a key ball, you know. Came a little short on that one. Gonna have to really kill this one. Wow, how good he hit that one. That's incredible. Look how good
Not
he
good
hit that
enough. Oh, yeah, he got the bounce off there.
Oh, yeah, no.
Yeah, wow. I thought it was going to die coming off the 3rd rail.
No, as soon as he hit it, I knew the speed was perfect, man. It's like, wow.
Forrest has 72, the run is 42.
So he's on the 42 ball run, and he's leading 108 to 72, and we are racing to 150 for the final. Oops. There you go. It's incredible, huh?
You turn the cue ball loose.
Yeah.
Every miss so far has come from either hitting it too hard or losing the cue ball.
And just when you think he's going to run out, he misses. And then once you think Federer's going to run out, he makes a mistake.
Yeah.
You know, it's just...
Don't think as they're closing the door to my airplane and I'm banging on the cockpit trying to get in, that I'm not going to be cursing these guys for missing and scratching and holding up my... Did I tell you I have to catch a plane?
Yeah, he told me. I like shooting a stop shot here and shooting the 2 and you know...
Oh, I don't.
Moving those, for sure.
I like to get rid of that. I don't want to shoot no long shots at all, ever.
Well, I like the 12 where it is for the 11, so that's the only reason why I would leave it there, you know.
Yeah, but you're young. I'm old. I don't want to be shooting long shots.
How many times have you ever shot a shot like this and you move the 3 into the 7, the 7 takes a 4 out, but the 3 marries a 7 and then create the cluster? How many times have we done it? See that, yeah?
It's like a conga line.
Yeah.
Dun, dun, dun,
So now
dun,
look,
dun,
look.
dun. Yeah.
He has to hope that the 4 is in the straight
Yeah.
line of the side pocket. Now he's going to have to deal with that.
He should be able to handle that.
Mm-hmm. I think he might have enough room to shoot the 10 next if he wanted to, if he just shot a stop shot there just to get rid of that little...
Which one?
The 6 to the 10.
I like that. That's a good idea. Clear off the bottom balls. Take one section at the table at a time.
But I'm wondering if he's thinking of that 5 ball too. You know, because the 5 does go on the side.
Yeah, but there's no window.
No. And I can only assume the 4 is dead with the 15, right?
Even if it isn't, later he can, when he clears those balls in the middle, they go in the corner.
Yeah.
Get on the 12 and pick them off. Yeah, I like your play, cleaning off the bottom.
Yeah, you open up more rails, you know.
And you pick up 3 points.
Yeah. Well, it's funny because one time Steve Lipsky got... Yeah, he didn't hit that great, but I think he's good. Steve Lipsky got annoyed at me in a joking way.
Yeah.
because I had this student, and I told Steve the story. He said he didn't remember, but yeah, I remember. Um, so the student and I shot.
Wow.
This
Great
student
shot.
came up to me and asked me for a lesson because he had to play Steve in the finals,
I love it.
semifinals of
I
this
love it
league.
already.
Yeah. So you know what I told him?
What?
I said, look, Steve's is a multi, ball runner. He's like he can run hundreds like it's going out of style. So this is what you want to do since he's giving you a handicap. Run as many balls as you can. Do not worry about pattern play. But most importantly, the first balls that you pocket, if you're able to, are possible break shots. So he has none.
Oh boy.
I think I remember him saying something, these amateur, before he found out that I gave him the lesson. It's tough playing amateurs because they take all the break shots away from you because you don't know the patterns. Yeah, I don't see him having any problems here at all.
Nope.
You can use a 4 or the 15, or the 4 and 15 and 12 to the 11 in the end.
Mm-hmm.
But if that's the case, I would like to get rid of whichever ball I'm not going to use as a break shot, whether it's the 11 or the 3. I think the 3 is better because it's, you have more pocket space.
Mm-hmm. Excuse me, what the hell was that?
I knew you were going to say something. Yeah.
I mean, that was kind of bizarre, wasn't it?
I mean, they just shoot those balls with such confidence, man. It's unbelievable. But I think in the long run, they always hurt you.
Yeah. Yeah, you got to play
in
right.
the long run.
Yeah.
In the long run,
Sure.
So what do you do here? 5 in the side, or play one of those in the same pocket? 5
You
in the
called
side.
it. Yeah. You called it. These guys are almost like the prototype of the modern player. They all seem to stroke the ball the same way. They all hit the ball with the same kind of speed.
Mm-hmm.
There's not much difference in styles like there was between, say, Irving Crane and Joe Balsas. It's like in the NFL, all the wide receivers look alike. They're all built the same. They all got to run a certain speed.
Right.
And it's kind of like this with pool now. All these guys they're all 6 feet tall. They're all string beans, right?
Yeah.
And they all hit the ball the same way.
So he got a little bit of an angle here. He was trying to get straight on the 4, so all he has to do is shoot, stop, stop, stop. And
Yeah.
That's why straight pool, I try to tell people, it's such a tough game. You're playing 9 ball, this is perfect. You can end up in a general area and you're good, but in straight pool, if you don't end up exactly where you need to, it's going to become tougher.
Especially at the end.
Mm-hmm.
This is a tough shot, actually. You like a little slow rolling it or stunning it?
Yeah, I like stunning this one a bit.
Not me.
Just a little bit. Because you don't really have to hit it that hard.
No, because I'm old.
But actually, you know what? I'm gonna tell you something. I'm okay with rolling it. I feel comfortable rolling this ball, but I also like the fact that if you have an angle on the 12, you can just get a little closer to the. You might have to shoot this. He has to shoot
Go
this
in the corner.
In the corner.
Yeah.
Unless he does a Lipsky and shoots the 11 and stops the cube on the rack. Very nice speed control.
Oh, we've got a horse race here.
Fedor trails 86 to 107. The run is 14.
86 to 107. But yet it says 108 here.
Oh, they didn't take off the scratch.
Gotcha.
Timeout.
Sure, it's not like I go take another timeout. I don't have a plane to catch.
Yeah, but that's at 3 in the morning.
At 3 in the morning, I gotta get up. Just in time to milk the chickens.
It's only 7:12, man.
You'll notice that the game isn't over. All right. Well, Tony just took off his headset. I guess I'll play my harmonica for you. Do you have any? Do you have any comments?
I got the banjo.
Do you have any?
Yes.
Well, we're going to break. Oh.
It's off.
Stuck in the rack as soon as it hit. So now he's going to have to come up with a special shot.
I like that 5-ball. I think he can handle that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I think if he wanted to, he can even... Well, I don't think the 12-ball goes inside.
No, he can't shoot. If you're going to shoot anything, you got to shoot the 5.
Yeah. Yeah, this is definitely the shot. It's a more direct hit. You don't have to be as, guess the spot.
Yeah.
You can guess the spot a lot easier than you can in a thinner cut, know?
Yes.
Just got to make sure he doesn't foul the 1 or the cue ball because it is all ball fouls.
And you got to make sure you hit it towards the long rail, not the short rail.
Yeah.
So in case you know.
Or slam dunk it like he did.
Yeah. Well, it looks like he's going to break with the 14. Play the 15 too, and then break with the 14.
Mm-hmm.
I wish he'd stop. We should do something. I suggest just once.
Yeah, but it's like it's so easy because you don't have to. You're already there. Why
Yeah.
not take it? But
Yeah, I
if
know.
he's probably thinking, well, maybe I could use that as a brake shot. I don't want to disturb it. I don't know. People can think differently sometimes. But I would have done what you said.
In a second, I mean, I would have done what I said. Well, he got that for insurance from anywhere.
Mm-hmm.
But he still has to deal with the cluster.
Yep. Well, I think the 15 after you get rid of the 8 might go into the corner, but he can also use the 6 ball to break it up and use the 8 ball as some kind of insurance ball. But he would have to get down. Yeah,
Now-
the 6 ball. I said the 6 ball, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
In my way of thinking, the 1 is the correct shot positionally,
Mhm.
but it's too difficult a shot.
Not for them.
Yeah, for anyone really.
Yeah.
I think it's just too risky. But to satisfy the requirements of the position,
Mm-hmm.
I'd say 1, 4, drop it down to the rail and play to 6.
Right. No, I agree with that for sure. That's definitely the pattern there. It's just too difficult to, get exactly where you need to with the 1 to be able to
Yeah.
do what you want to do there.
Coming around the table.
I
Yep.
guess so. Maybe
Yeah.
for the 13.
It slid.
Wow, look at that.
It
Wow.
slid. It slid. It slid coming off the first rail.
Yeah,
The
that's
cloth
why it
is-
changed the trajectory of the cloth. For
That's
sure.
right.
I mean, for the
The ball.
the ball for sure.
Yeah.
Wow.
Maybe I can catch a ride to Portland, Oregon from here once I miss my plane.
What another big swing, huh?
That was a
This
very
one here.
bad. That was a bad luck roll. Yeah.
I think he has enough angle to run into them.
Yeah.
I guess he didn't.
You play to 14 first. I would play to 14 first and then break.
Yeah, well,
So you have
so make
the
sure he
8.
doesn't hit the side of the 9 and again end up going on the opposite side, right? That's how you want to hit it.
Yeah. Up. 2 problem balls. And
Well, it's like I said earlier, Dan, and I'm pretty sure that we've already spoken about this. When you're running into small cluster, it's not really necessary to hit him that hard.
yeah. And that's why I would have taken out the 14 first. So
Mhm.
you would have had the 8.
Yeah.
And you wouldn't have had to gone in hard.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
that's why the 15 wound up where it is.
And the 3.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And the 15 is not a bad pre-key ball for the 12 if
Right.
he didn't get rid of the break shot he had already.
Yeah.
So now he's going to have to, do it the
Yeah.
hard way.
Yeah.
Right? If you consider it hard for him. Because I guarantee you he doesn't think it's hard.
Oh, I might play to 5 here first.
Absolutely. Why not?
Yeah.
You're already there. That's a Jim Gaultier. That's what he does, yeah. He said, if you were there already, what are the odds of you getting exactly there again? So you might as well shoot it.
Big Steve once saw a shot like that I was shooting or passing on. He said, if you can't make that shot, you shouldn't be playing pool.
See, he chose a different pattern where he has to move the ball a little more. See, if he chooses a 12, then the 15, and the 5, then okay. But you're still moving the cue ball
Yeah.
way more than you should.
And if this ball's straight on a rail, it becomes harder to control the 5.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's perfect. No matter who wins this game, I got to give them both a lot of credit. We've seen a lot of gaffes and scratches, but there's a lot of pressure here.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
For sure, yeah.
And it-
Just because they look like they're making it look easy doesn't mean
Yeah.
they don't feel the heat a bit, You're in the final, it's like, and when I spoke to when I spoke to Josh yesterday, he was telling me that the TV table isn't breaking as easy as the other tables.
Yeah. And we got spoiled last year by Ruslan's performance with multiple 125s an hour. And
He
this final
he
game.
almost made it to the final again.
I know.
The rack was 10-4. Yeah. You got -1? -1. Yeah, everything's good. No, he had 85. He should have 88. No, you got 86. All good. Let's continue. It's all good. Okay. 117.89.
So let's see what he does with the cue ball here. Ah, that time he decided not to draw it. He stunned it.
Yeah.
Because he
didn't want
it's a little gun shy.
Yeah.
He scratched several times. He scratched like 2 or 3 times off the big shot, right?
Yeah.
I like shooting the 2 though and running into the 6 anyway, because you're either going to have the 6 in the left pocket and the 4 in the right pocket. Not if you hit it that hard.
Yeah, it just carried on. It
Yeah.
kept the momentum.
Well, all you have to do is just tap it.
Played a 1 here?
Yeah, I love the 1 because it opens up the pocket for the 11 once you get rid of that 4, right?
The 4 might go anyway.
Yeah, no, I'm saying that if you shoot the 1 ball and then shoot the 4 ball and then get on the 14 and use the 11 to break him up,
Yeah.
you know, that's a possibility right there. Ooh. Okay, so I guess he prefers the 14 and then the 6 is a Geico, right?
I think he's going to break it with them. What do you
That's
think?
what I'm saying.
Oh, yeah.
Use the 6 as a Geico. Right?
Oh, yeah. A Geico?
Look, yeah, the insurance.
I've never heard that before. That's
Are
cute.
you kidding me? Yeah, I've
All
been
right.
using it all this time. Every
That's
commentator
okay.
did, yeah.
They weren't out back then.
Yeah, I've been calling the insurance balls Geicos for years.
Whoa.
Yeah.
What the f...
So I'm assuming he's going to use the 11 after the 4.
Really?
No, the 11 after the 4 to nudge those balls a bit,
Okay.
right? That way
Yeah.
he has a 10-6 as a Geico,
Yeah.
right? Well, not if he overhits it like that. Maybe he doesn't have to run into them. Would you consider the 7 after the 11? And then,
Nah. I don't know. I don't think so. I wouldn't.
yeah. I prefer not to shoot those little
Yeah.
long shots if I don't have to, you know.
Yeah. I mean, if you can get really good position and then bump the 8 over, I would consider it.
So he's going to get rid of the 3 ball now to gain a better angle on the 10 to
Right.
probably draw back. Well, he's not going to
More
draw back. He's
forward.
going to go forward. Okay.
Yeah. Nice shot.
He could create an, if
Hit
he
the-
hits it the correct side.
Just hit the 11. I think the 8 might be out of the rack. You see, this way we really need the black lines on the table so we can see
Yeah.
if the balls are in
Yeah.
the rack.
Take a little 12 ball. Oh, see, he didn't want to do that.
Drove it. Oh, break shot.
Yeah. Yeah, but what I like about, like, what he was trying to do is if he hit the 13 the way he wanted to, he would have taken, the 13 would have taken the 12 ball to the side pocket for a nice key ball, you know?
Yeah, I don't like this at all.
Yeah, but these are hangers. These are like Steve Lipsky like shots. Now all he has to do is get straight on the 13 and shoot in the corner, and then the 12 in the side.
Yeah, but the 7 was hanging there. It was a fat
Yeah.
break shot. Then you could have probably got with the balls where they were.
Yeah,
Could have left the cue ball in the rack. He
But
still
see-
has to perform here.
he's just gonna tap it. I don't know why. Oh, his run is gonna end here.
Yep.
Unless he's able to. Yeah, I didn't understand that at all. I thought he should have gotten straight on the 13 and then just shoot a stop shot, shoot the 12 in the side.
Here's a shot I like.
Yeah. Well, I mean, he has a chance.
He has a I'll tell you what his third shot's going to be from here.
His third shot.
His third
What is
shot.
it? Oh, depending on where he racks the balls.
No,
The run is 24.
that's the 15 ball in the upper left corner.
15 ball in the upper left corner.
Yeah, that's going to be his break shot.
Yeah.
He's going to play the 10 and then the 15.
Nice.
Or the 12. You catch that ball and the balls are rack tight. Those 3 balls come out all the time.
Always.
Yeah.
You know, you can do the same thing from the behind the rack break
Sure,
shot. That's
yeah.
gonna hit just the corner ball. Same
Yep.
exact thing.
Yep.
Yeah. The biggest mistake people make here, though, sometimes if they shoot the 15 or the 12 and there's no balls in the way, he doesn't have that situation here. But where the 1 is, a lot of times if they shoot the other ball here, the cue ball goes towards the 1 and freezes on it.
Mm-hmm.
So you always have to make sure you hit it with enough speed. So if you run into it, you
Yeah.
keep the separation, right?
I like that break shot. Come to think of it, where he had the 8, you know, the way it opened up.
Yeah, but where he hit the corner ball perfectly.
Yeah.
That was a very good call, my friend.
I got frustrated with slamming so many break shots from the bottom and getting stuck or scratching or. So I said maybe, and then one time I hit it and I caught the corner ball and the way it opened, I said this is like.
Yeah, the
And
nuts.
after a little experiment, I noticed that it's coming out. I said I might be onto something here.
That's awesome.
You risk nothing. If you miss the rack, you just play safe. It's risk-free pool.
I tried showing Alex Kazakis that same exact shot, right? But with the ball here, cue ball there, and the rack here.
Yeah.
And you hit it like this, and then this comes out here, that comes out there, that comes out
The
there.
2 balls of the apex come out. Yeah.
Right, so you play position for this ball on the side and then use that to break. And Alex Kazaki said, I would never hit it like that in a million years. I would hit it hard to go 3 rails.
Of course, he's Greek. He hits the ball and he yells "Opa" and he breaks a dish on the floor. I know. Yeah, he spends a lot of time in New York.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No, he's a good kid.
yeah. And by the way, stop telling these champions what shots to play during the tournament. Could you tell them after the tournament? The guys are running hundreds of balls and you're showing them how to play. Would you stop?
Yes, sir.
Okay. You ain't gonna stop.
Well, if you asked me for help, I'd help you.
can't help you.
I would hope that you would help me if I asked you for help.
You can't help me. I'm too decrepit. I'm too old.
So he's less than 20 balls away from winning the championship.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. I think he was playing the combination there.
Played a 15 here. Bail out.
Mm-hmm. Unless he decides he wants a 15 as a break shot. I don't know.
I think the 3 is good, no?
Yeah, I like the 3.
Yeah.
Especially since I'm right-handed. He's left-handed, you know.
Yeah. Boy, this makes me want to play pool right now, you know? Really. Except I packed my pool cue on my luggage. Did I mention I have to take a plane later?
Yeah.
Okay. I wasn't sure if I mentioned it.
I'm going to actually hit some balls after this match to get ready. I've been practicing for the International 9-ball, which starts tomorrow.
I'm practicing for the International House of Pancakes. I think I'm just going to eat fattening food for the next
You mean you
week.
don't like the Waffle House? I love the Waffle House. The best
my
waffles I ever had in my life. You never tried the waffles at the Waffle House?
You know, Steve Lipsky hates the Waffle House.
But he says he at least like the waffles? The waffle. I'm talking about the waffles.
The waffles?
Man, you're out of your mind. Steve, I love you, but you're out of your mind.
We took me and Mike hijacked him. We made him go to a Waffle House in Maryland. It was horrible. He couldn't get tea. I mean,
Oh.
it was.
But that doesn't mean they're all bad.
Uh-oh.
Oh, he was trying. I think he was
Wow.
trying to nudge that 6.
So you're going to use the 9-ball as a key for the 15?
I mean, you could use a 6-ball, man.
You sure could.
You know, so 6 is a break shot, and the 15 is a break shot. But considering that he needs 5 after this to win the event,
Mm-hmm.
I would imagine he wants the 15 as a break shot because
Yeah.
he probably gets, more separate. He feels more comfortable hitting with power from the side, opposed to from behind the rack, right?
Yeah. Very nice.
Joshua leads 145 to 89.
Uh-oh. Wow.
5 is dead.
You mean off the 8?
Off the 8. Off the 11, off the 8.
Yeah. I love that shot. I
Yeah,
used
I
to do
know.
that as a trick shot. Yeah, I love that shot. Hell of a shot. Now all he needs is 3.
I was being facetious a little. I know the 5 would go in that direction, but I don't like shooting long shots, so
Well, you have to have an angle to take the 11 out of the way first,
yeah.
right? In order to be able
Well,
to.
I thought you could go in from the 3
Yeah.
and 1.
Playing for 2.
Still has to get good on this. That's it.
Very nice.
What you doing?
Very nice.
Well, there you have it, folks. A 2021 American 14.1 champion, Mr. Joshua Filler, defeating Mr. Fedor Gorst by the score of 150 to 89.
Yeah.
I want to thank everyone involved in making this event possible, especially Peter Burrows,
Q
and
Master
Andy Lincoln,
Billiards.
and Q Master Billiards for hosting. Everyone involved, AZB TV, Jerry Tarantola,
Thanks, Tone.
the ice
Upstate
stream,
Al.
Pops,
and
I know you're listening.
yeah,
That's right.
it's been Carl Kantrowitz, and on to the next one. Danny, thank you for being so awesome.
Tony, it was a pleasure. Nice to see you again,
thank
as
you.
always.
Yeah, Bobby, it was a
pleasure to
pleasure sitting with you and listening to you guys talk, man. It was enjoyable.
Thank you.
Just
All
without
right.
the skirt.
I hope you enjoyed it. Until the next one.
Okay, Tony, thank you. Just want to give a shout out to Mr. Dave Lyons, one of our stream sponsors. Thank you very much, brother. Light Systems. Definitely want to give a shout out to Light Systems. Best light you can find for your pool hall. If it's dark in your pool hall, they'll light your life up.
Impossible.
Okay, folks, that's the end of the American 14.1 Championship. Mr. Joshua Filler, the American 14.1 champion. All right, folks, we're going to sign off. You guys have a great night. Thank you for viewing. Keep tuned in. We will be back online as soon as we get to the next spot. God bless. Have a safe night. Bye-bye.